Calculate the empirical formula for each natural flavor based on its elemental mass percent composition. Recall that chemical formulas are mole ratios of the elements that make up the compound. So we need a logical sequence to go from mass percent composition to that mole ratio from which we can form the empirical formula. So if we go from mass percent, it's a simple thing to go to mass if we assume 100 grams of total sample. If we have 100 grams of total sample, then whatever our mass percent value is, then that would become the grams, the mass of the sample, of the individual components of the sample. And once we have the mass, we can go to moles, and then once we have the moles of each element, we can find the ratio of those moles among themselves, and that would give us the mole ratios that we use to get the empirical formula. So this is the series of steps that we're going to follow. So if we start with methyl butyrate, a component of apple, then we get 58.8% or 80% carbon, 9.87% hydrogen, and 31.33% oxygen. We take these percentages and we simply express them as grams. So for carbon, we have 58.80. We convert that to moles. The atomic mass of carbon is 12.011. Oxygen is 15.999. Hydrogen is 1.008. All right. Carbon, that is 12.011. Is 1 mole. Carbon. Grams of carbon cancel. And let's see, we just need to find the number of moles here. So this, instead of another step, we'll change that to an equal sign, and we'll have 58.8 divided by 12.011, and that gives us 4.8955, which is too many sig figs, 4.896 We do the same thing for hydrogen or oxygen. So let's do hydrogen next. It's 9.87%, and so that would become 9.87 grams hydrogen. 1.008 grams of hydrogen is 1 mole of hydrogen. 9.87 divided by 1.008, and we get 9.79 moles of carbon. And for oxygen, 31.33. And we have 15.999 grams of oxygen is 1 mole of oxygen atoms. 31.33 33 divided by 15.999 equals 1.958 moles of oxygen. Now that gives us the number of moles. The next step is to find the mole ratios. So we divide the number of moles by the smallest number of moles in this collection, and that's going to be 1.958. So if we divide by 1.958 moles, and we divide this one by 1.958 moles, and we divide this one by 1.958 moles, this is obviously going to be 1. This will be 4. So 9.79 divided by 1.958 equals, 5. There we go. Exactly. And this one is going to be about 2, maybe 3. 4.896 divided by 1.958 equals 2.50. Well, we can't have 2.5. We can't have half an atom. So we're going to multiply this by 2, this by 2, this by 2 to get to integers. So we'll put a step in here, integers. And then we go to empirical formulas. So we have 5, we have 10, we have 2, and our empirical formula is carbon 5, H10, O2. And that's the empirical formula.